Okay, now I'm about to open my chamomile oil Roman hydrosol, and I wanted to show you, this is really great packaging. There is actually an insert in here, but when I smell it, I can smell how wonderful that is, even through that insert. Now I'm going to take a spoon and see if I can pry it open. Hang on, I think I have to sit down to do this part. Oh, see? It just slips out really easy. Okay. And there you go. There's your hydrosol. And it smells like heaven. I'm telling you, it is great. It's as if I went out into the yard and picked a bunch of roses and, in this case, chamomile. Anybody want any tea? So, anyway, that's how you open your hydrosol bottle, and of course they all come this way. So I'm pretty sure they would, since this is the only one I've bought so far. So, and we are planning on doing more. So I just wanted to show y'all that so that you can get an idea of how they come. I'm going to put this right here for now. I'm going to measure out my hydrosol, which is going to be 430 grams, like we talked about, and I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I've measured out my 430 grams of hydrosol, which I am going to set right here in the window and leave it alone, and then we're going to add that in just a little bit. But I wanted to show you how to put up your hydrosol bottle. Put your insert back in there, and of course put your screw cap on, and then put it in your refrigerator. And if your family does not know what this is, put for soaping only on there, you know, with big letters, okay? And that's what you do. You go put it in the refrigerator, and that helps preserve it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, let me check the camera and make sure. Yep, okay, everything looks good. Now, I'm heating my oils up a little bit, and they're about ready. I've got my lye solution, which you remember was 430 grams, and I've halved it with my hydrosol, the chamomile oil Roman, which is in this glass here. And let's not forget about the lavender essential oil that we're going to add at the end to our product. So, now what I'm going to do is, this has a film on it. A lot of people have said, don't worry about it, just put it in your soap. I personally don't like it, so I am going to strain it, because it makes me feel better. I don't like putting chunks of lye in my soap. You know, I have heard that it dissolves, that it won't hurt anything, but I would just prefer not to do that. Now, I'm going to judge this as I'm doing it, because this is going to seize very fast, because it is a very concentrated solution of lye, because I only used half the water. And this is a very important time when you soap like this. You have to stay with it, and you have to watch it. And just with me stirring it, I can already feel a thickness building up fairly quickly, and I haven't even turned the stick blender on yet. So I'm going to be really careful here. Now I'm going to use my stick blender at this point and see if I can't get that milky color I want, which I'm sure it's going to be fine. Now I've got my long sleeves on, gloves, my protective goggles. I don't have my face mask at this point because I'm not going to drink it. So let's get this to close to trace. My biggest concern about doing this 5-pound batch is the size of the crock pot. So I'm going to have to probably turn it on and off several times, meaning 10 minutes on, 7 minutes on, even 5 minutes on, and then turn it off for 10 minutes to make sure that even though my soap is cooking, it's not going to overflow. So when you cook like this, you cannot leave it. You just cannot. So don't get it in your head that you can go read a book or something, because that's not, yeah, you'll definitely have a disaster. And if you're new to soaping, I would not try this your first time. You know, this is a little more intermediate to advanced, in my opinion. Now, in my experience with doing this many times, what I've noticed is that it's very watery right now, but when it begins to come to trace, it will seize very quickly. I don't want to get my cord in there. And when that happens, I'm going to add distilled water to this. And usually I'll add like a 1/4 cup first time. It's getting there. Let's see where it's at right now. Not quite. Bubbling up, that's okay, because you just plop it down and the bubbles aren't going to be there in your soap. It's once it starts to cook, after it gets past the seized stage, all that will go away, because ultimately it's going to be in Vaseline stage. So let's keep going. And the best part about making hydrosol soaps is your fragrance is in your hydrosol. So it's like you're adding your water content from your recipe and your fragrance all at the same time. It's really neat. And all natural, and a great way to scent your soaps. Okay, I'm going to get this to the point that it gets to the seized part, and then I'm going to show you what to do at that moment, okay? And I'll see y'all in just a little bit.